If you like this video, why not subscribe? Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I want to share with you a quick review of this. This is an inexpensive metal light stand that you can find on eBay for about $13.50. If you're looking to upgrade from the cheap PVC light stands that I built a while back, this might be a good option. Or if you just want to jump into having a light stand to put your light on, you don't want to spend a lot of money, I think this is worthwhile for you to check out. So I'm going to explain a little bit about it. The first thing you should know about this, of course, is it is so inexpensive because it's made out of cheap parts. These are cheap metal tubes. And these are plastic collars here in the bottom of the tripod legs, here at the tripod collar, and the extension tube collars right here are all made out of plastic. So you should be aware of that because you're not going to get aluminum collars like you would with Lowell stands or Airy stands. These are no-name generic imports, so you have to be aware of that. But these do have a lot of good qualities, I think. Several things I want to point out that I do like is starting here on the top, you have your little lighting stud. It's the normal shape. You can put any lightweight light on this and it will hold it. It should be a point I should make right away. These are for lightweight lights, not for heavy lights like Airy lights or a 2K or whatever. Don't put heavy metal lights on this. Use something that's lightweight. If you're going to use tungsten lights, Lowell light should fit fine on this. A Lowell Omni, Tota, or Pro will fit just fine on this, and the stand will hold it because I think it's made for these lights that are a couple of pounds or less. One thing I like about the stud here, though, is that it does, as you can see, have a male 1/4 thread, which opens up a whole world of accessories. Including LED lighting, which is the most important thing I think these stands can be used for, is to mount these cheap, inexpensive, constantly dropping in price LED lights that you can attach. They all have mini ball heads with them, and you can attach them right to this without any kind of adapter that you would normally have to have if this thread wasn't here. So I think that's really a great option, and I always look for this when buying a light stand because I want to mount my LED lights on the top of them, and so we've got that there. Really important. I like that feature. Next up, let's talk about the plastic collar issue here a little bit, because a common complaint a lot of people I've seen have of these inexpensive light stands are that these collars have friction knobs on them, like so. The top of the tripod collar has a friction knob, and they break. And that's true. These are plastic parts, and you have no idea how much torque you can apply onto this to tighten it before it will snap. So you got to be careful. One thing I really like about these stands is that the extension tubes right here that you can raise and lower your lights on have these quick release collars, kind of like what you might see on a monopod. The good news about these is that you cannot tighten them past a certain point to lock them down. You either open them up and they're loose, they're open, or you close them and they're tight. You can't put more torque on this to break it. It's either open or it's shut. That's a really great feature, and I think that down here on the tripod legs, it doesn't bother me as much because you don't ever have to tighten this. If you do tighten it a lot, I guarantee this is going to break because, again, you don't know how much torque to put on it, what the tolerances are before it does break. But you can just leave it alone, and when you put the tripod legs down to hold this stand, if you want more stability, you don't have to lock this. You can just throw a sandbag on it and you're fine. So don't ever tighten this because it will break. But fortunately, up here, that isn't a problem because these are not friction knobs. These are quick release clamps, essentially. So that's a really good feature. I like that. I also like these tripod legs that when you fold them up, they kind of go into themselves to create as narrow a profile as possible for this. One thing I wish this was a little bit smaller. I mean, this stand extends to 7 feet, so all this height is used, but this is about a 28-inch stand when collapsed. I wish it was a little smaller so I could throw it in a plastic tote, and those plastic totes are about 22 inches long. This is 28 inches, so if this were a little shorter, it would fit in my tote, but it doesn't, so you have to have a special bag or something like that to haul this around, which is fine. Again, you're only paying $13.50. So all you really need is a stand that will hold your light and not collapse. And this definitely fulfills that. So if you need a light stand and you want to invest not much money in one, I think this is a good buy. You just have to be aware of the limitations. Don't put heavy lights on this. Remember not to tighten this knob down right here. And beware if you're looking for light kits that have these included, because I wasn't able to find any light kits on eBay that use this specific stand. They all had the friction knob collars up here on the extension tubes, not the quick release collars. So I had to buy these individually, but that's not too bad. They're a little more expensive if you buy them individually, but $13.50 isn't bad at all. So check it out. I'll give you a link below. And if you like this review, please come to thefrugalfilmmaker.com for more. And I thank you for watching.